Good afternoon, this is Jacob of Red Rock Roofing, standing for greatness. Today we're at 8138 Captain's Lane doing a quick roof inspection for a realtor here at your personal house today. Thank you so much for inviting us. As always, love to start here on the ground if at all possible, and it is. So going to come up here. The first thing that any inspector is going to want to look for is what's called drip edge. What drip edge is a 2-inch by 2-inch metal flange. It goes up in here, all the way down to here, and totally encapsulating the eaves from any kind of wind-driven rain. That is code, and you do have it, so that looks fantastic. Cool. Next thing I want to point out is there are a lot of granules inside of your guttering system. This gives me an idea of age, wear, and tear of the roof. It is pretty consistent, but it's also not too bad to the point where I think that it's a huge problem. Bear with me here while I make my way up on the roof. So looking at the roof as a whole, Brady and I did come up here already and take a look at things. Not a whole lot to mark up, but I do want to point out just a few things. Obviously there was a repair done previously. I know you said you bought the house about 2018, and you think that's about the time this repair was squared away as well. The biggest problem with the repair is there's actually a lot of defects and actual damage done by the previous roofer. Just want to point all of these areas out here. This shingle actually just came out from underneath its nail, so it's completely pulled out. So definitely want to point that out. Next thing we want to look at is the ventilation up here. If you take a look, you have two different types of ventilation. If you look at the top of the ridge here, you can actually see what's called a ridge vent. These are fantastic candidates for a roof like yours, where it would go from end to end. However, if you look at over the main part of the house, not the addition, you have these turtle vents. Turtle vents are a type of ventilation. However, it's just not sufficient for the size of this house. And again, this house would be an awesome candidate in regards to ventilation with a ridge vent. Other than that, I am seeing some age, wear, and tear on the roof as a whole. I want to point out all of this silvering. What this is just all of the granules from the edge of all of these shingles starting to dissipate. That's why you're starting to see all of that fiberglass undermatting underneath. Other than that, as far as looking for spalling, what spalling is when hail hits the roof, dislodges the shingles, showing that fiberglass underlayment underneath. As a whole, I'm not finding any kind of hail up here, so I do give your roof a pass in that regards. All that being said, as a whole, it's good to know what your options are. The roof is overall in good shape, but I am seeing some ideas or some showing of the age, wear, and tear of the roof. I would say that you definitely want to know what those options are. Think about planning for a new roof in the next 5 to 10 years unless you get another hailstorm. Again, this is Jacob, Red Rock Roofing, standing for greatness, signing out.